Hello, welcome to the Wiltshire Caravans handover video for the 2018 Bailey Unicorn Pamplona. Okay, I'll take you around the outside to start with, and then I'll point out anything we need to know, or anything you need to know about the operation of this caravan. Okay, so we'll start at the back as I always do. So you've got your light clusters for reverse lights, brake lights, indicators and running lights. Area for your number plate, large grab handle if you're feeling strong enough to move this beastie about. So it's a high line brake light as well, and of course your corner steadies, oddly enough, at the corners. Okay, going around to the offside, window into the bedroom. I'll try not to get too many views of my mug in the video. Underneath at the bottom we've got the waste pipe outlets, so for the two sinks, the bathroom and the kitchen, and for your shower. Okay, this top part, this is where your pink fluid goes in, the pink fluid being the rinse on your toilet. So whichever one you choose, read the guidelines to see how diluted it needs to be. My little handy hint is I use an old 2-litre pop bottle and just put the desired amount of pink fluid in that's required for 2 litres of water, and then I just pour that directly in. The cassette itself, standard Thetford cassette. I have unlocked most of the cabinets or outside lockers just for ease of use on the video. Change hands and try not to drop the phone. So this is the standard Thetford cassette, so that lifts up and you draw that towards you. At that point, just pull out. This handle is telescopic and it has wheels, so you can literally pee wherever you need to. So you'll know when this is full because a light comes on in the toilet to say so. But to empty it, move that round to the back position, take the cap off, lean it over the particular receptacle where it's got to come out of, press that button to release any air or gas in there. Okay, another handy hint, keep that away from the hole. You do not want to be going fishing after it. Okay, so you'll want to rinse out the cassette after you've emptied it. So pull this slider back, open this flap like so, and then just give it a rinse around. You might be able to see in there's a little float. When that's at the top, obviously that tells you, turns the light on to say that your cassette needs emptying. Okay, so when putting it back together, close the flap, put the slider back in, most important, and then you'll want to put the blue fluid in. Now there's a measuring area inside this cap. Again, read the instructions on your blue fluid to see how much fluid to put in there, blue or green if you're using the organic, and then dilute to the manufacturer specifications. Close that up, lift it back into place, and away we go. Okay, continuing on. Okay, so this is a twin axle model. This particular one has the automatic engaged power touch evolution motor movers. There is a separate video to show you how to use the motor movers. Again, the wheel nuts, Bailey do have slightly different wheel nuts to everyone else, so there will be an adapter for your torque wrench. The wheel nut should be torqued up to 130 Newton meters. Okay. Next along, gas area. This is where you can put up to 2 bottles of gas in here. Got only the one, we call them pigtails, but the gas pipe. Okay, so here you've also got in there the CRIS number, which is the caravan registration number, and also it just says about the maximum weight, 1800 kilos in this. And just say here quite nicely, attention, periodically treat your rubber seal with silicone spray. Fine advice. Okay, right, next to the water pump we've got the gas outlet, or the exhaust. If you're running the heating and hot water system on gas, that's your exhaust port. Quite important on that one. Okay, so the water itself, your water inlet. So you've got one of these pumps, you've got a brand new one. So these literally just go in there, and that just comes down to clip it into place. You then put this part into your aqua roll, and this bit covers over the hole to stop any detritus going in. If you have a direct feed, different matter, but it still goes into the same place. Okay. Now coming around to the front, this is running on the Alco chassis. So it's also got the Alco ATC, which is the Alco trailer control. So basically there's a sensor underneath the chassis. Should the caravan start snaking for any reason, it will automatically put the brakes on the caravan. What you might notice every now and then, if you go over speed bumps or something, that the caravan suddenly feels a bit heavier. That's because the ATC is working correctly. Let's go to the near side. A few things to show you here. First thing, external gas point. Okay, now bear in mind that's very close to the electrical input. You need at least 2 meters of gas pipe for a gas barbecue, and that needs to be outside of an awning. Do not, please do not have a gas barbecue in an awning. It doesn't bear thinking about. As I said, the electric hookup is here. So then we've got the details of the caravan itself. So actually this one's got the maximum plated weight of 1698. It's got the wheel bolt torque at 130 Newton meters, and it also says tyre pressure should be 35 psi on this particular caravan. Okay, so just a bit along, we've got an external locker going underneath the bench inside. So in here we've already got wheel locks, got a jack, leg winder. There's your new pump. This one's already got a tow cover by the look of it, which is a bit of a Brucey bonus. Okay, then we've got an external 230 volt socket and TV antenna point. That's your freezer vent and your fridge vent. And over here, this is where the isolator goes for your motor mover. Okay, so also you'll see running lights at the front. You can see the TV aerial, which is should be pretty much in that position when you travel. But that is the 2018 Bailey Unicorn Pamplona, and next part of the video we will be going inside. So inside the Pamplona, just a quick tour before I take you around everything. So that's the lounge and kitchen area. Take you through to the bathroom area. You see, nice large shower space. Shut the door off. What have you got? Obviously, hand basin with mixer tap, usual toilet, and a nice sized bedroom, very nice size. I think let's get to the important bits, how everything works. Right, so as you come into the caravan, on your right hand side, here we've got the main master switch, the master power. You've also got your water tank details, so you've got an internal tank as well as being able to take water in from outside, like an aqua roll or a direct feed. If you are using a direct feed, you don't need to have anything to worry about on this one. Okay, so at the top, this just shows you the battery voltage. As I said, master switch. This is to do with your pump. So if it's in the central position, that means you are taking water out of your either aqua roll or direct feed. If you go on to internal, that's going from the internal tank. Now, to get water into the internal tank, you need to take it from an external source. So to fill the pump up, either from a direct feed or from mackerel, press external, and it will just take the water into your internal tank. Okay. Underneath, you've got the main lights. There are individual switches, and this is your awning light. So you've also got a TV point here. So that's the antenna. You've got a 12-volt socket, and you've got light switches and a 230-volt socket. On the left-hand side, this is must have been left by the previous customer. This has got the temperature and relative humidity, but it's not actually main part of the van. I haven't looked, but I'm hoping that there's a manual for that. Also have a carbon monoxide alarm and a fire alarm. Okay. Right, so first cabinet. Nice large cabinets in here. You've got the antenna that you can push up, turn around, and point it to whatever direction that the antennas are on. The rest of the antennas are on your pitch, so you can, or on your site, I should say. So you can then retune your TV. There's the booster for the antenna, so that the antenna runs the TV and the radio. Radio will be located in here. The fascia's not on there at the moment, but I do have it. So speakers on either side. In between that, we have a really large window that has blinds that come from the bottom halfway up, well, 3/4 of the way up. You have a fly screen you can use for the top bit there, and a blind that comes back down for a complete blackout blind. This opens with the standard openings and tightens up on these just to keep the window open. All the windows have the blinds and blackouts, fly screens and blackout blinds, and they all open. Yeah, up in this cabinet there is a light switch. I'll show you where that works. The lights work around the roof, so it's quite a nice little extra. You can see massive cabinets in here. Nice little table at the front, and then your drawers underneath. Also have a small space at the front. On the right hand side, again, lots of storage space. Here you've got your water inlet and your drain down valve. So yeah, it's all there. And this is where the water tank is. Talking about drain down, that's for the internal tank. Here's your hot water tank, the Alde hot water tank. And you can hopefully, if I can get to the right angle, which clearly I can't, but there it is. That yellow tap there, that is to empty in that position. The horizontal position, that is, water will drain straight out of the water tank and the water system. Particularly important for winterizing. Push that to the horizontal position. That will allow water in from the water pump outside, and obviously keeps the water in the hot water tank. Okay. As it says here, ensure onboard water heater and onboard tank, if fitted, are drained while travelling. Fine advice. Right, okay, so just mentioned the water heater. Your hot water comes from the Alde system, as does your heating. So this is the system. Press the power button to get the Alde heating on. This will work on gas and electricity. To get into there, press the menu. The top setting is for the temperature you want inside the van. So it's very simple. Touchscreen, works in half degree increments. Right, then you've got underneath that the water heating. Okay, so at the moment the water heater is off. the minus signs grayed out. Press plus, you'll get half of a full triangle, so that will give you enough hot water for your washing up, washing, probably for one of you to have a shower, but for if you're going to use quite a lot of hot water, you can boost that up. It doesn't get the temperature any hotter, it just increases the speed that everything warms up. Okay, so underneath that you've got the wattage, the kilowatts you're using on the heating system, heating and hot water. So you've got off, got 1 kilowatt. That will heat everything up, but very slowly. In the UK, most sites you will allow to have at least 2 kilowatts for the heating. You can go up to 3. That will heat everything up as fast as possible. The only problem with that is some sites, when you're using that much power, it might trip the system or the pole, particularly if you turn on the kettle or the microwave at the same time. As I said, this does work on gas as well. If you want to use gas, press on the gas sign and that will light up on the gas. Okay, you see A there, you've got an activated setting. Activated functions, this one currently got the load monitor activated. So I've just turned it off. And now that A is gone. Okay, if you were to set a nighttime setting, so that moon is a nighttime setting, so I've set that to be at 18 degrees from 10 at night till 6 in the morning. Go back to the main menu and that A is there again, so you have an activated setting, activated function I should say, and then you just turn that off, and when you go back to the front screen, that A is gone. Okay, now there are a myriad of things you can do on this system. That's why we give you the book. Okay, we'd be here forever and a day, but that setting there will be adequate 95% of the time. Okay, and then just to turn it off, press the power off there. Again, any questions or that you have, we give you the handbooks, but we're always available, so just give us a call on 01373 752 100, and obviously we'll do whatever we can to help. Also under here you've got a couple of light switches and two 230-volt sockets, for toaster, kettle, whatever, coffee maker. The lights in here are, that one is for all the kitchen stuff, and there's a light at the bottom which is on that one. Obviously can't see very much in this light, it's daylight, but at night time this will be, I don't know, showing up like Blackpool illuminations. Okay, so you've got a square sink with a mixer tap. First drawer, it's got your cutlery tray in it. Just lots and lots of drawer space, nice big drawers. And under here, you've got some gas isolators. Now these isolators are for the fridge, for the hot water, and for the barbecue. If you're using propane, you can just turn it off at the bottle. There you go, it's all there. Okay, so the cooker, so it's handy unit on the top, covering up the glass panel, so you've got some extra worktop space. You just see there's a strap to keep that from falling down. And then when you want to use the gas hob or the gas burners or the electric hob, lift up the glass top. Make sure you lift that fully. And then you've got I'm not going to teach you how to use a cooker, but standard cooking instruments. There's your igniter. You've got grill pan, separate oven. Ooh, so we've left a tray in there. Added an area underneath for a little bit of storage, but that electric plug there is for the electric hob. Okay. When travelling, make sure everything's down in place. And again, microwave. So when travelling, sorry about the big visage of me in there, I don't want to scare anyone. Remove the plate and put that somewhere safe. Alright. The microwave itself, you need to press the button to turn it on. And on this one you've got an extractor. So it's got a little extractor on there. In fairness, that only blows whatever's coming up from here straight out of there. But you've obviously got a nice little underlight as well. Particularly for caravanners, bottle holders, always useful. Okay. On the other side, above the fridge, so that's the solar, just a charging unit. And here we've got the fridge, the freezer, controls here to switch on. Power goes on. I mean, we're currently plugged into the electric, so that's all good. You can go on gas. You can also use it on the car alternator. Let me just put that on there. Basically, as long as your fridge and freezer are already cold, when you're traveling, as long as you've got the 13-pin socket on your tow bar, you can maintain the temperature of the fridge and freezer. So you've got temperature controls of the freezer and of the fridge. It's all in the manual. If any warnings come on, it will beep at you. You'll know if you haven't shut the door properly, because the fridge will beep at you. But yeah, decent size. Right, and under here, just a little bit of storage space. By the door, breaker switches. No, I lied. They're not there. That's just external, internal storage, which you can get to from the external area. Right, into the bathroom. I'm going to scare everyone. Hello. So you got the sink, mixer tap, nice little bin area, cabinet above the toilet. Now with the toilet itself, when it requires emptying, that little light will come on as you rinse. But the toilet, so once you've done whatever you need to do, please remember to open up the flap to let everything out, but also equally remember to close it. Otherwise you won't be able to remove the cassette from the toilet area. Right, so nice cupboard space on the side of the shower. So yeah, a nice big shower. Put the screen on, just remove the clip. The screen comes in as such. But always remember when travelling that the clip must be in place. Like I say, it has got the privacy door, so you can just lock yourself into your little ensuite. It's very difficult to see with these with a camera phone. Okay, so the bedroom itself, got another mirror, lights above, got lights everywhere in here. What I didn't show you on the other side was these lights have dimmers on them. So you're not really going to see a great deal. I have put them quite dim on the LEDs. They are quite bright. Wardrobe. Yeah, also in here is the aldehyde heating reservoir. Shouldn't ever have to worry about anything in there, but I would say when you arrive on site, just check the level. Absolutely fine. You don't need too much in there because it will expand. Starting to rain. It will expand when you turn the system on, when it gets hot. Rule of thumb applies. So if you see I don't know if you can really see that, it says minimum there. If you put your thumb over it, as long as you can see it just above your thumb, that's about the perfect amount of glycol and water mixed in there. Cupboard space underneath. On the other side, again, cupboards over there, cupboards above the wardrobe. This bed does lift up, and under there's your freestanding table. And when you need to access your spare wheel, hopefully you never, but under there, that's where the nut to undo is to get to your spare wheel. I think we're pretty much there. Just a little radiator in the bathroom side. Well, that's pretty much it for the inside. I was going to show you opening of the skylights, but it started raining, so I'll just give you a vague idea. That button pushes in, and this handle, hold it down and bring it towards you, and that will lift up everything. Also, a strong reminder that when that is happening, or when you have got that open, do not travel. Make sure everything is closed before you travel. So before you travel, make sure all the water's out and the all your sunroofs and windows are closed. Okay, as I said earlier, any questions, do give us a call on 01373 752 100. And the only other thing is to say enjoy your caravan. Thanks very much. One thing I did forget to mention on the Pamplona is where the fuse box is. Underneath the fridge freezer, there's a cabinet under here where all your breaker switches are and your fuses. Okay. So if the power doesn't come on or something's not working properly, the first place to check is the fuse box. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Enjoy your caravan. If you need to call us, 01373 752 100. Thank you.